Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to... What are we doing again?
We are doing the Formula 3 Team ESR event from Silverstone.
Welcome to the Formula 3 team event from Silverstone. Andy, you're telling me that Egyptians aren't from the Faroe Islands. What the fuck?
That's correct. And Stowe is not in Europe anymore.
I don't understand that at all.
It's Brexit, baby. Brexit.
Whoa, somebody's stealing a car.
You realize that even at Brexit, you are still part of Europe. You're just not part of the European Union.
Not possible.
Wait, is Brexit
part of Europe?
I was understanding that Brexit was like breakfast. Is that not right?
That's incorrect.
It's after breakfast. You have breakfast.
Oh,
and
second
you have
Brexit.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like brunch. It's before brunch too.
I like that. That is
Me
good.
too. I'm always hungry.
Anyways,
Wait,
we're heading down towards the end of qualifying here. You can see that Mike Stoppmill is on the pole position by a second and a half over Sean Kenny.
Boring.
Sean, you need to get some trouser securing technology.
Travis Wallace in third, followed by John Barker, Eric Fr3, Jesse Hampton, Wesley Stokes, Martin Edmonds, Josiah Jerome, Jeff Roulette, James Butler, Michael Magus, Andy Blade, Javier Perez Torres, who you are riding with at the moment, John Pichot, Justin Kratz, and Jean-Simon Chenard, who is...
Come on, run that train.
Who is like a full minute behind. That's a bit weird.
Dang.
John Barker up in fourth. Good job, John.
John,
you're all
fantastic.
Barker.
So the team breakdown you can see there, we got Breitling Racing, Puma Racing Team. I'm not going to try and pronounce Travis's team name. I'm sorry, Travis.
Oh, look
and
how
Replay
many
Racing.
replay fucking cars we've got.
Only 2. Well, you know what? Travis's team's only got 3, so you're not terribly alone on that.
Lame. You lame fuckers that didn't show up. Lame.
I heard that they all got arrested in the local Antifa protest because they are literal.
They actually got arrested for not being Castrol cars.
Castrate what?
Castro, hey, well, we've been that team. That was
Is that the Vatican thing?
Replay.
I'm stunned that you didn't find a way to make it a Castrol car.
I tried. I still have no luck.
So we got a lot of Pumas, a lot of Breitlings. In fact, I think the entire Breitling team is on the grid, which is nice. I had to endure last season of being the team that didn't show up. It's nice to be on the other part of that.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
But not a bad grid for the first one here. 17 cars on the grid. We will start here. Red lights, red lights, red lights. Come on, come on, come on.
Daytime,
and go!
Daytime, nighttime.
Travis Wallace with a really good start. Mike Stoppmill with a terrible start. He's been overtaken by 2 cars.
What a garbage human. Noted international terrorist, Mike Stoppmill.
No. You don't say bad things about my teammates, sir.
I do what I want.
Go Byron! Yay!
Yeah!
Go on! Put him in the wall! Trash talk him!
I do what I want.
I'm all for it.
Travis Wallace leading the way from Sean Kenny, Mike Stoppmill, John Barker in 4th, and Eric Fr3 in 5th.
Go on, Eric!
Juanito Barcadero.
Speaking of Eric Fr3, he's about to lose that 5th spot, I think, to Wesley Stokes.
Who cares? I want to say congratulations to Eric because he showed up, no setup, no nothing, and he still did a good result. That's brilliant.
Did a fantastic job in qualifying, that's for sure.
Didn't even practice, same as me.
And Mike Stoppmill was up the inside of Sean Kenny there, but couldn't make the turn stick into, I believe this is Cops. So many famous turns here.
How many police?
I don't see any cops.
There are no cops here. We're into Maggots and Beckett's. And heading into, this is
It doesn't work with a cab.
Whoa! Hard contact!
Skip to Malou.
Ooh, that's a green car. Green car.
Oh, God.
Lord have mercy.
John Barker off. Jesse Hampton off. Wesley Stokes seems to have largely survived.
Wow.
Although dropped a few spots.
Listen, I've seen a few crashes with these spindly, no-neck motherfucker cars, and they just explode. How the fuck does that work?
Raceroom doesn't have a great damage model.
Yeah, I would increase the damage model exponentially because I want to see you guys just like I want to see some tire to tire action, and somebody's axle just snaps.
In the meantime, Mike Stoppbill is up to second place. I got bad news for Travis Wallace. He's in the lead, but he's got the Stoff on his case.
He has a bad case of the Stoff infection.
Also, Byron, did you check out the Johnny T recap of our ACC race from Public Art?
No, I did not. All I've noticed is that Mikhail Magas is in the top motherfucking 8. What the fuck's going on here? What the shit is happening? Listen, how much did you shell out?
Sir, I am far too cheap to pay for 7th place.
Is
top five is required for me to put the
Byron. Look who's his teammate, Mr. Stoff. So where do you think he's getting all the ammo from?
Where am I supposed to find a team list?
Well, fucking look at the colours, you swat.
Colors?
He hasn't seen my car yet.
Oh.
Listen, we here in ESR do not differentiate based on color.
I do.
You asshole.
That's a green car, and Mike's driving a green car.
Is he?
And Mike Stoffbill's driving a green car, and Mike Magus is driving a green car. Mikes are driving green cars.
It's been my experience that you guys all pick the same livery anyway, because you all want to be Eric Friesen, so fuck you.
I wish. I'd be higher up the grid.
You would be.
Instead of sucking down the bottom now.
You're ninth.
Sucking at the bottom. Look at Jesse.
Eric Friesen, Captain Canada, what up, baby?
Go Eric. Jesse lost his front wing and had to make a pit stop.
Ooh.
That happens.
Well, he did good then. Well, no spoilers.
Jesse,
he was the car that we saw earlier that kind of defied gravity there for a moment, and then broke his wing.
Damn it!
I was highly impressed.
And now he's down at the back of the pack. Mike Stoppmill looking to take the lead here. Travis Wallace off the track.
Well, there. What was that?
He's trying to hold on to it though here into Brookfield. Pardon me. If I get turn names wrong. If I get turn names wrong, don't at me.
Brookston.
No wonder you're not part of Europe if you don't know the corners. Come on.
I'm not part of Europe. I'm in Canada.
This is turn one. This is turn 2.
Travis Wells currently way back in second place.
He's pretty. I mean, in fairness, this is about as close as he gets to Stockmill in general.
This might be why he didn't show up to do commentary.
Whoa! Sean Kenny.
Ghost bastard! What was that?
Sean Kenny gets
Florida
really out of shape.
Spins out in turn 17.
By the way, we just got a shot of my car there in front of Wesley.
My green is currently in the motherfucking 6th place.
Byron,
what the fuck?
Green car. Same as Mike Stoffmill.
I don't believe you, but go on.
In fairness, there's a green car Mike's gonna pick at him. This is how this works.
Yeah,
I'd be thinking you got some crazy ass setup from Mike Stoffmill.
To be honest, we didn't do a tremendous amount with the setup. We really didn't. There wasn't anything like absolutely groundbreaking. I mean, it was better than what you've got. You're running a totally stock
retarded
setup, so that's in fairness, it's better than yours.
It just goes to show how fucking good I am.
You keep telling yourself that.
Andy Blade, hailing from Wales upon Scotland.
By the way, we should be getting some interesting camera work because Martin Edmonds at this point has dropped out of the race, and
what a loss!
I believe was working the camera at this point.
Is that because he went nose first into the thing?
He went to smoke a joint or something.
I believe his wheel failed. I believe that's the official reason, anyways.
His wheel failed?
I thought he went out to smoke a joint.
Listen, I don't want to hear shit about wheels failing when Josiah Jerome comes in perennially in like top 8 and is literally racing around in an abacus with a calculator attached.
Pretty much.
I don't want to hear any shit like that.
Just like he uses mouse steering with 5 frames per second, and all you bitches are complaining about
I
your
hear
hardware.
that Josiah
Like, get
Jerome
over it.
doesn't even have arms.
He doesn't. He uses his toes to steer.
He uses
What a
his
guy.
tongue and his chin, and ladies line up.
Yeah, let's not even go there.
I think we already did. It's too late.
Oh, damn it.
Michael Magus catching up to Jeff Roulette and Sean Kenny, looking to move into the top 5.
Further in my defense of not knowing what teams are, I didn't know this was a team thing, and also, I always tell Mike to pick the green one anyway.
I don't know why you tell me that. I'm going to
I
pick
like
the green
green.
one.
You always ask me, and I'm like, the green will look good.
I love the green cars. Oh, I believe Martin is playing with the camera.
It's like you got
Get him,
Hulk
get him,
there.
get him, get him, get him, put him in the wall.
By the way, congratulations to Jeff Roulette for a pretty solid debut up in the top 5 there.
He's fast. Next minute, you're going to tell me he's like Ukrainian or Czechoslovakian or where is he from?
I have no idea. He has an American flag next to him. I
that
assume he's American.
Shit, we just
Heard
proved this
that
in the last one.
Roulette is literally the best game ever to play.
I did warn Jeff that he was going to get some interesting commentary, though.
Oh,
Yeah!
I'm going to bet on black.
Wait, no, I have something saved. I will post that. I'm going to post that in the Discord. I found the Jeopardy thing.
Oh,
He
God.
The Jeopardy.
He must be Russian if it's roulette, right?
French.
I'm going with Russian.
Speaking of racing's hero and savior, the man who died for our sins by racing on a terrible computer, Josiah Jerome is in 9th place.
Hell yeah, it's your boy.
Go. Brah.
Anderson
That's a
Blade in 8th
fine
place.
looking wing. DRS, you motherfucker. Stop it.
Look at that ass.
At the risk of getting slightly technical, I do want to break down some of the strategy options this track
No,
employs.
please don't. No, wrong.
As Andy Blade overtakes Mike Magus there.
Oh,
What? Impossible.
Yeah, no, it's possible.
It is possible.
No,
It was
no,
Wesley. It was a
no.
little bit assisted by Wesley Stokes, but it was.
Oh,
No.
don't belittle my overtake. You're running less wing, I can tell.
What were you running as one?
Standard. Whatever.
So 7-11.
Oh, well, yeah, that.
I have more front wing and less rear wing, if that helps you.
Yeah, I see. I could tell. I was getting left to dead on the straight. I was.
I don't know.
I couldn't. I was. I could tell. I couldn't keep up.
Oh, okay. Good.
And I was getting caught on the straights. It was just way obvious.
So the strategic implications here is that a one-stop strategy could work if you got the best of gas mileage, and a two-stop, which myself and Andy, spoiler, are going to employ because we couldn't save
I
time.
thought it'd be more fun doing two-stop. No?
And I lock up the brakes there and lose a spot to Josiah Jerome, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
My God, man. You got overtaken by a man who's literally using chopsticks in his nostrils.
This is, we're gonna go. We're going to strange new places here.
That's my job.
Oh, Byron.
That's why I get paid.
Only Byron can do that.
Mike Stockmill leads the race from Travis Walls, Eric Fr3 in third, Sean Kenny, and then it is Jeff Roulette rounding off the top 5, and the man in the booth with us, Andy Blade, in 6th place.
Can't remember who it was. Who was the guy I was talking about earlier? Who was surprised that we were sharing information?
Oh, Darren King.
Darren King. So Darren brought his friend, whose name totally escapes me at this point, into chat as well. And he's like, you wouldn't believe this. These people are awesome. These people are sharing information and helping each other and being cool and stuff.
We actually have an Academy series.
And and then he's like, this is Brian. It's not Brian. And like, yeah, and I had to tell him what my name was because I get Brian all the time. And I was very clear. It's like, yeah, I don't know shit about racing. I just talk to.
I keep calling you Brian.
Well, you, me, and everybody else.
No, I'm joking. So this Darren King, he wasn't in the Academy race we just did, and he's not in this. What the fuck is he racing?
He's a professional.
He is going to be in the 3D Speed series and also the World Touring touring car.
He's professional?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he did very, very well in the Project Cars stuff.
Oh.
We were making fun of him a little bit for that.
Byron said he was a professional.
He's a professional. I didn't say what at.
I'm sure he's a professional at something.
Where you going?
He has a profession.
Come on, Eric.
Sean Kenny looking to get.
Go, Eric. Go, Eric. Yeah,
No, don't
boy.
put Eric in the wall.
Good job, Crayon boy.
Eric Friesen holding off Sean Kenny.
Take that, you scouse bastard.
You got hit with the freezer burn.
Yeah.
And not sure who that is up ahead of them actually.
It's
gotta be a lapped car.
We'll see a bit of smoke.
That could be Jean-Simon Chenard, I think. Yes. And one of the Pumas was off the track there as well. I'm not sure who that was. But one of the Pumas not doing particularly well at the moment. I think it might have been James Butler, because I know he had a couple of offs, and he is behind Jean-Simon. Andy Blade putting the pressure on Josiah Jerome. Actually, I think Josiah got past you, so maybe not putting the pressure on. Eric Friesen looking to get it past Sean Kenny here, heading into Vale and Club corners. And then heading to the start-finish straight towards to end yet another lap here in this race with 46 minutes to go. You guys have gone silent on it.
This is because I am busy drinking. You're doing nerd shit.
I am doing nerd shit. It's what I'm here to do. You're here
you're gonna do nerd shit for the next 19 minutes, and then I'll say something funny.
I mean, I could try and give you 19 minutes of nerd shit.
No, that's not.
When I say try, I mean I definitely can, so don't encourage this.
I've got the timer going now.
Well, I mean, we can obviously talk about how there's 46 minutes left in the race, the fuel calculations, computations that you need to have about 2.8 liters a lap.
Are we allowed to put him off, Byron?
2.8 liters a lap to make it a one-stop strategy with 45
what about
liters.
clutch gearing and stuff with the overhand camshafts?
There really isn't just such a thing as clutch gearing, so I don't know where you're going with that one.
Oh, he failed. You couldn't do it.
I'm gonna go like you
minutes.
went after clutch gearing and not overhead camshafts? Come on, son.
The clutch gearing was easier, to be honest, Doctor.
Whoa.
But, oh! Cloaking device technology being employed by Andy Blade. I got kind of sideways through that corner, actually.
Better drop. Oh, Wesley's on you. Come on.
Wesley is putting the pressure on Michael Magus. Wesley Stokes versus Michael Magus. Ancient rivalry going back to 0. And Wesley kind of losing the plot there a little bit.
Well, he fucked that up.
Indeed. So we go back to Michael Magus putting the pressure on Andy Blade.
I'm
gonna push the blade home.
At all.
Further back is John Barker rounding off the top 10. Barker is on a recovery drive after an interesting first lap.
Mike Magus goes outside. Michael Magus.
Can he get around him now? Contact!
Contact! Is that an alien? No, not alien. Just
I was. By the way, shout out to Javi P, who described me as an alien. I feel very flattered.
That is correct. I mean, I don't know if that means because you are an amorphous blob made of gelatinous constructs, or
smoking something weird.
This race brought to you by Replay. What is XO?
It's supposed to be, I don't know, iDef, but we're not. It's not.
Replay. Exceptional Dilophosaurus.
And the blade's off. There he goes. Where's that Michael Magus now?
Oh, I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you.
No.
Y'all gonna
get
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Michael, the professor of prestidigitation Magus. Go and get that job done.
Wesley with a very nice move down the inside to take 8th place from Michael Magus.
Ensign Wesley Stokes.
If you're in England, that car looks like a Tizer car.
Shut up, Wesley.
Tizer. Check it out.
Star Trek jokes.
Google it.
I made a Star Trek joke earlier on Discord. Nobody laughed.
Nobody
cares. But I was surrounded by that.
You nerd.
People care about Star Trek, just not Star Trek Discovery.
I made a fucking Star Trek Next Generation joke.
How many Star Treks are there?
They made a Paul Ricard reference, and I went Jean-Luc Picard race, and
I know.
nobody.
Oh, I get it. See where you're going with it.
John Barker catching
Michael
up to the
Magnus
back.
currently not 13th.
Nope, not 13th. That would be John Peacher.
It's usually Andy Blade's spot.
That camera is liking me. Oh, yeah.
And Andy up in 7th place. John Hunt down. Oh, he's off the track.
Can you please? Why the fuck
Andy
is it
Blade
always-
currently going back to
always
13th place
fucking
as per
highlights
usual.
my arms. You've got to be kidding me, man.
Down to 10th place behind John Barker now there, Andy.
Good job, Martin, you fucker.
Thank you, Martin,
Well
for catching
played.
that on camera.
Change the camera, please. Yeah. Unreal. Remember that last series? Every time I went up, it was always on me.
It's always
Yeah,
on camera.
100%.
Oh my god.
It was a running joke. It was very good.
Oh no, I am a running joke.
That has promoted
Wait, what?
Wesley
Or
Stokes
your
to
driving
7th.
joke.
At least I try.
Speaking of
Better than me.
13th place, John Peacher just got out of 13th place, overtaking
boy.
Justin Kraft.
John Peaches squeezes his way out of 13th place.
Indeed. The juice in this case is worth the squeeze.
Hey, Team
Wes-
Kratzensnaffen!
I don't even know how to say that.
It's like K, F, Z, and some letters.
It's still 24.
It's like the German sneeze.
John Barker trying to catch up to teammate Michael Magus there for 8th
Are they
place.
all German teams, these or what?
Yeah, well,
No, Puma's not. Oh no, Puma's German.
Breitling or Breitling?
Yeah, Breitling is.
Breitling. Is that German?
It's a watch company that I believe is German, yes.
Los Hermanos. No, wait, that's
Weird.
Spanish.
I don't know, is your team German? Your team is Team Replay.
No, it's two Canadians. Me and Eric. Yeah, boy.
Well, none of the teams have German drivers.
Oh. No, replay. I don't. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's a made up thing. No.
I don't know. Could be. I mean, these are all made up liveries, but I'll say they look very nice.
I mean, we rock. Anyway, replay for the win.
Replay for 4th place.
Well, whatever. We tried. Pulled them out of the bag. It was looking pretty disastrous early on.
It was.
No driver showed up. None of them.
Lachlan.
Yeah, fuck, he's getting penalty points for a license. Not showing up, not signing out. I retired, came out of retirement because nobody fucking showed up.
I mean, in fairness, Lachlan probably had a dump truck load of cocaine drive up to his house.
I'm
and I
not
mean,
interested.
would you turn that down?
No,
Yeah.
I'd snort it and then I'd go racing.
3.5 kilos of koala scrotums and snuffed them all down.
Good on you, governor.
Lachlan, you will forever be known as a man who snorts cocaine and steals bumpers. That's your gimmick in ESR. Enjoy that.
To be fair, if you're gonna sign up, then fucking race or don't sign up. That's my
Or
opinion.
sign out. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know.
Right, I am really
Like-
tired of people signing up, not showing up, and
Like
not giving a shit.
I'm not gonna
And that's
say
why I
you,
do neither of those things.
I'm not gonna say you got to show up to every race because I don't show up to every race. I'll be honest. But
No,
if
but
you sign
could
up, you gotta sign out.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's just bad for teammates. So you let them down.
Yeah, I was very happy with my team.
I initially signed out and wasn't gonna do it. And Eric joined last minute, and I told him to join replay because I thought they were going to be short because I had signed out permanently.
Well, I mean, you're all going to be short.
And so he
because
did it, and
you're
then shut your mouth, you.
tiny.
And so all of a sudden now there's only Eric racing for replay. And I've told him to join replay because I thought there'd be more people. But nobody else showed up. So then I rejoined. And me and Eric just were like, invoice together. I've got no setup. I've got no time. We didn't even practice. It's like, fuck it, we'll just wing it and try our best.
You rejoin
But that
replay
was-
like a retard.
That was just to help the team, you know? Like, it's fucking lame that people do this.
Speaking of good teamwork, there was a lovely change of position there where I let John Barker pass because I know he's faster than me.
Juan Barcadero, you shouldn't do that. You should put him in the wall.
He's not on your team, though, is he?
He is on my team.
Oh, Oh, he is, yeah.
He is.
Okay, don't put him in the wall then.
Yeah. Don't put your teammates in the wall, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And don't hold him up. Yeah, let him go.
Unless your teammate is Lachlan Nichols.
Come on.
Correct.
Then put him in the wall.
Well, I might put him in the wall now for not showing up a swat.
And there's a certain Dutchman who you may also want to put in the wall, but
Resist
that. Resist that.
Don't even go
Don't
there.
worry.
because
Just
Whoa,
wait
whoa!
a little bit. He'll put himself.
Wesley Stokes with a beautiful dive down the inside of Jeff Roulette. Can he make the pass happen? Why are we looking at Josiah while that is going on?
Hey, listen, Josiah's a
No,
beautiful
he didn't
man.
do
You
it.
shut the fuck up.
No, I mean, I don't begrudge Josiah's camera time, but
He's doing all he can with one front tooth and
Jeff-
his eyeballs.
Jeff Roulette was trying to be the good teammate there, gave up his spot to Josiah Jerome, and Wesley Stokes almost made him pay with a hell of a dive bomb. And
Fine with it.
I don't use that necessarily the negative turn. That was a good try, although it did not prevail. He's still in 7th place.
Looked clean to me.
And there we are on board with Mr. Wesley Stokes. Oh, pit stop for Jeff Roulette. That might be why he let the overtake occur. Those who are on the 2-stop strategy are probably going to be hitting the pits right about now. I think Andy Blade and myself are both in the pit lane. I do believe.
Yeah.
As is Jeff Roulette. Was anyone else on the 2-stop, or was it just the 3 of us?
Jesse did too.
Jesse's first stop was for damage.
Oh, I know, but he did it though. Yeah, maybe just us two. I don't know.
Well, Jeff was on the 2-stopper as well.
Mm.
So at least 3 people did the 2-stop strategy. Justin Kratz did the 4 pit stop strategy, but
Well, that couldn't have paid off, surely.
it wasn't intentional.
Oh. Talking to the Dutchman, though, he better start behaving. I will tell you that much.
Which one?
Did you enjoy the stories from Wednesday's race?
No, I have
That
not got all
was
the
great.
information, but I've seen
That
some
was
stuff.
amazing.
I didn't see, and I spent like a whole day going, I'm not surprised. Like,
But
what
I
are you
will
guys fucking
tell
talking
him
about?
one thing, that
Until
he's on a
somebody
short
clued me
leash
into like
right
it was
now.
an actual massive, like actual flip.
And
It
if
was-
anybody has the power to
It
pull the plug
was
on it,
a
it's me.
motherfucking barrel roll. It was
That's
amazing.
I saw that. But it's just his behaviour too. Like, if that carries on, he will be gone without a second thought.
He was typing as he was driving, which he is known to do.
What the fuck?
Because me and him had the lightest of contact at turn 1. I would say, if I presented that to Stuart, maybe a warning. Maybe a warning. And it dropped him to 3rd place behind me and Mike Jeffries. And he's typing up a storm in chat. And then behind me, all I see is him start to fucking barrel roll it.
Oh, he was typing while racing?
Yes.
Oh, you see, that's 5
fucking-
points right there on your license in our
That's
series.
dumb fuckery to the nth degree. You goddamn retard. And I mean that with everything you think it means.
I'm getting tired of it because he brings nothing but abuse and just shit.
Michael
Gee,
Magus
you think?
catching up to Javi P. Javier Perez Torres. Javi is yet to pit. Magus has made his first pit stop as he makes the fast stick. And sets up after Jeff Roulette, who is on the
How
same
did
pit
I
stop.
get an 11?
Michael Mega's putting a stick to it.
Oh,
come on, come on,
Javi P.
come
Javi P. made the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
That
He
equals
needs
correct.
GPS on board or something. That's not the way. It was the other
Homeboy
way.
had Apple Maps, and boy howdy.
Not sure who this is we're looking at. Oh, it's still me.
I was gonna say, I don't know why you're confused. Look at that car.
Indeed. And we pick up
Juanito
John
Johnny B.
Barker, who is on the tail of Wesley Stokes up ahead of him.
John the Carnival Barker.
So, quick recap of the front of the pack, because we've not seen a lot of them. Mike Stoppmill leading by 23 seconds over Travis
Oh,
Wallace.
God.
Hamptown Racers sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah.
And after getting a new front wing, Jesse Hampton is trying to charge back through the field. He is on the tail of Javi P for 11th place.
Jesse the Reverse Coyote Hampton.
That's pretty good going.
Justin Kratz and John Picha also on the lead lap, it appears. So
There it is, Jesse. Go on, Jesse, go.
Go, Jesse! Jesse trying to go around the outside.
Round the outside, round the outside. Well, there's a song about that, isn't it?
We are heading into Cops, and Jesse has got the lead. He has just stolen 11th place. Someone call a cop.
Mama, who is that masked man?
And kind of leaving Javi P a little bit for dead, but Javi giving it a good shot, make it a good account of himself. Although maybe needs a little bit of GPS.
I mean, definitely not Apple Maps. Fuck me.
Not Apple anything. Sirius is listening to you.
Hey Siri! Yeah, fuck right up.
Hey, fucking, do you see that shit? Oh my god, no wonder I'd turn it off. Delete from my phone.
Delete this.
So it looks like Wesley Stokes is in the pit lane, I think.
Who's this? Russian roulette. Oh, he's gone.
Yep,
Oh,
Wesley Stokes is in the pit lane, so that is why he is dropping back through the grid at the moment. And he rejoins behind Michael Magus, who has jumped Wesley Stokes in the pit stops.
What
sneaky. Wait, what?
Only problem is, of course, Michael Magus has to stop a second time because he's on the two-stop strategy.
Sucker!
I mean, that is a thing.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you stop twice?
Because I couldn't get the 2.8 liters a lap. I mean, I can give you a diagram here if you need to.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Mike, is it true that you are? Mike, is it true that you are the brightest of lings?
Yes.
What is a ling?
I'm not sure. Isn't that like a
What
cod?
the fuck is he doing with the camera? Look at it.
Yes,
What is he doing with the camera?
Fish joke.
Wow.
I have no idea.
I've never seen this before.
All right, so we got the pit stops have begun for everybody.
Martin,
it looks like
Martin, what the fuck?
Looks like Travis Wallace, Sean Kenny in the pits, Mike Stopno leading the pits. Also in the pit lane, Josiah Jerome coming in the pit lane. Not sure who that is. John Barker.
It's Johnny B! Johnny B!
These are the cars that are trying to make a one-stop strategy.
Listen, hold on.
Roulette. Here we go. 7th.
I gotta say, no one's really appreciating how clever the nickname John the Carnival Barker is. And
It's a fantastic nickname.
Let me guess.
If I were,
if the majority of you don't read books, and it shows.
If I was John Barker, I would very much appreciate that nickname.
Who is it? Who is it? Enlighten me.
You don't know what a Carnival Barker is?
No, I haven't got time to read books. Well, actually, I can't even read, so...
I was gonna say, how many teeth do you have?
2 front. Oh, that's all you need to be a hillbilly.
This is no way I can win this.
Fuck you.
There's just no way I can win this match. And the worst thing is, I never learned to read. Mike Magus having a bit of a scuffle there with Wesley Stokes over 7th place. Wesley getting the better of it on this particular occasion.
So, what was it? Carnival Barker? What's all that?
Carnival is the guy that draws the attractions. Like, step right up, come on and see the
bearded lady.
Oh, his name is John?
We're Carnival Barker. Fuck you, alright? Listen, you scouse bastard.
Hey, laddie. I'm not helping him.
Speaking of Scouse Bastard, Sean Kenny is putting all kinds of pressure on Travis Wallace.
I don't think he's from Liverpool, but okay, go on.
He's trying to fucking steal his wheels, that's what it is. Bastard.
Sean Kenny putting the pressure on Travis Wallace here. Eric Friesen in 4th place still. Go team replay.
That's why you never stop at traffic lights in Liverpool, because
whoa, Travis is off the track. Travis is off the track.
Drunk all the Kool-Aid.
Travis is very off the track.
Out, I believe
this is indeed where Travis... no, he's still going.
Also, folks at home, if you haven't watched the movie Formula 51, you are missing out big time.
Aye.
So,
you'll know what them buggers are like over there.
In the meantime, Mike Stockbill is 34 seconds ahead.
Hence why I left England.
And Wesley Stokes looks like he had a bit of a moment there, and he's going to drop back.
Hello, that's a random driving.
He lost his front wing.
Illegal entry into the pit lane. Can't unsee it. Wesley, penalty coming.
1-0 out to the mean machine. One new.
Travis has lost another spot. Eric Friesen's overtaken him now. What's up with Travis?
No, it's just Eric's that good. What's wrong with you? Why don't you see that?
He lost like 7 seconds.
No. Eric is gained 7 seconds. Jesus.
I suspect that Travis did something wrong.
No. Eric's just lightningly quick.
We would also like to take this moment to pimp our good friend Travis Wallace's product. Please go to possumgrommets.org. Yeah.
I got a new
thought it
one.
was squirrel juice. No?
Well,
Nope.
we got that one
We
too.
got possum grommets, and we got squirrel paste. But I have I have a new sponsor. But apparently
Oh.
Travis is too drunk to show up.
Whoa!
Oh my lord!
See ya.
Travis has let the anger flow right through his butthole and put him in the wall.
And he's out of the race.
What a losser!
By the way, Justin Kratz speeding in the pit lane. Remember when I said that he had a 4 pit stop thing and it wasn't intentional? That's part of the reason.
That's sad. Sad.
Well, no. The saddest one was why he had to take the second pit stop.
Oh, why was it? Speeding again?
No, he went into the pit lane to get gas and came out of the pit lane not getting any gas.
That's a problem.
So he went back into the pit lane, got the gas, and that was where the speeding in the pit lane came in.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Justin, but it was pretty.
What
funny.
a fuck up, dude. Don't do that again.
Somewhere along this, I've ended up ahead of John Barker, and I'm not entirely sure how.
Juanito Barcadero.
Yeah, and you got ahead of me, which I am fucking totally baffled by.
Well, I know how I got ahead of you.
That dirty move, was it?
No,
You took me out.
There was no dirty move, sir. None whatsoever. Nothing at all. I was just that fast on this day.
I really got to work on. Oh, hello.
Whoa, John Barker having a significant moment there.
Little wibble wobble. Hello.
Whoa! It's getting worse.
Yeah, there goes the blade.
Andy Blade up to 8th place, 7th place actually.
See you later, Barker, dude.
Dealing out them $50 bills.
Looks like I was gonna say Barker was gonna lose another spot there, but it looks like that was a lapped car that is in behind you, just unlapping itself.
Does look so, doesn't it? Look at this fucking little wasp.
Josiah Jerome is up into 5th place.
God the fuck.
Round of applause for the best driver per dollar spent on hardware for sure.
Best driver per
Correct.
frames per second, I'd say. Fucking
Per
hell.
frame per second, yeah.
He probably gets about 1 or 2 frames per second out of his system. Drives the
Javi
shit out of it.
P up into the top 10, overtaking Wesley Stokes. Looks like maybe
He's
Stokes is
improved a lot.
Yeah, I think Javi P is doing really well.
You know, for a Mexican that can't get into the States.
Whoa.
Whoa. We got political all of a sudden.
No, but I'm just stating the obvious. Like, maybe he's already in the States. Don't give a fuck.
I mean, you know, if he was to get into the States, how else would Carl Hackman manage to import his copious amounts of cocaine into Mexico?
I think Carl Hackman and Javier are fucking like selling shit between them over the wall. You know, I think they're passing it to each other. Just saying.
What wall are you talking about?
But the wall that fucking Trump's trying to build.
Yeah, but neither of them are in the United States.
Oh, they're not? Oh. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
I
well,
figured
if there was a wall, if there was,
if there was a wall.
What if this hypothetical wall existed?
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a wall one day. Just telling you guys how to do it.
Someone's going to run for president of Mexico. We're going to build a wall between us and the Dominican Republic.
Fucking I would. Keep them Dominicans out.
Carl was having a very anti-Dominican Republic day. He was talking about, I lose power for 7 hours a day.
Power, internet, everything. It sucks, man. My buddy's from Dominican. He said it's the same. You got to batch your back up for everything.
I'd have to say that Team Puma's doing exceptionally well right now. 2nd, 4th, and 5th belong
It's
to
because Martin quit. So obviously it's going to go good since he left.
It's going well. By the way, who AOK'd Martin's team having like 1 Division 3 driver total?
No idea. I think it's rigged, totally. His team is like the strongest fucking team out of all of them.
Start the conspiracy theories earlier.
Jesus. It is a very strong team.
Indeed, it's got Josiah Jerome, Sean Kenny, Jeff Roulette on it. Very solid team.
I think the next open wheel will be 3 teams, I think. We'll drop it to 3.
Down to 3 teams. Who are going to be the captains of these teams there, Andy?
Well, it doesn't really matter. Just any admin, but it will.
I'll do it.
I think it will balance it out better. Byron, for sure.
I'll captain all the teams.
All the
It's
teams.
going to be referee, head steward. And Byron's going to get all the responsibility he wants.
I know.
Which is
I'm not going to take any
No
responsibility.
power.
I'm just
No
gonna be captain.
power. No, he's got no power, but he's going to get all the responsibility.
I'm just going to tell people how it is, and if it doesn't happen, then, I mean, I'll still come back the next day and tell them more things.
He'll just claim that he's captain again.
Like, they're not listening to me, whatever.
Oh, Josiah Jerome looking to get past teammate Jeff Roulette. And I guess, Andy, as a man who's been a captain of a rather unsuccessful team, I'm just going to keep digging that in there.
Fuck you,
Digging
fuck
that in
I
there.
could leave.
But, Andy, if you were on the pit wall right now and you were Josiah and Jeff, you were in their ear right now, what are you telling them in regards to the team right now?
Yeah.
Well, I'd kind of tell them to hold position. I think Jeff is faster and more consistent
Because he has
than
frames?
Josiah.
Could it be that he has frames per second?
Well, he's probably got a TV that works, yeah, and he can actually see the game. No, but I think he actually is a little bit quicker than Josiah, and I think he's a little bit smoother. So I'd be like, just hold, Josiah should just follow him and not pressure him. Make it clear if they're on voice. Make it clear I'm just going to follow you. I'm not going to press you, and just follow him home. Build the points. Build the points for the team. Don't put your teammate under pressure.
Now, at what point would you change that? Like, you can see how I'm closing up to them, Mike Magus there in 6th place. So you guys gotta, again, point that out. At what point it's currently a 4.2 second gap. At what point would you start getting concerned? What's the numerical equation there?
Well, if Josiah is constantly all over the back of Russian roulette, then I would say to him, Mr. Roulette, let Josiah through and let him see if he can pull a lead and then follow him. You're working as a team. A team event, you should be working as a team, not individually. So if you are catching Josiah, and Josiah is definitely quicker than Mr. Russian Roulette, then Mr. Russian Roulette should really just pull over and let Josiah through, and then go again and follow him, and then see who's quicker. Work it out between you. Don't fight together as a teammate. And that's what I would do. I don't know. But I took it.
That would be my read on the situation as well. It looks like to me, it looks like Josiah is the quicker one. They're not really fighting each other, so I'm just bringing this up as a general overview. But you do feel like you're not too far away from a podium. Eric Friesens is only about 5 seconds up the road. So if Josiah has got a shot at a podium, I kind of think you want to let him go and try and go get that podium.
I mean, when Josiah was behind me, I knew he was a little bit quicker than me, and he was pressuring me, but I always knew any corner now is going to fuck it up and it's going to throw it all away and spin off. And I knew it because he's just inconsistent at times.
Another thing, though, that you got to remember is Jeff's on that 2-stop strategy, and we're getting to the point where that second pit stop should be happening pretty soon. That would be another thing. Maybe you call him in for the pit stop now just to get him out of the way.
For sure, it depends on what strategy they're on, but like I picked it, I was like, I'm going to pit early for the second one just to get the better tyre wear, because once those tyres start wearing, I found these cars just horrible on the corners. I was losing so much time sliding.
I'm kind of halfway with you there. I found the feel of the car definitely changed with the tire wear, but I didn't find that I was going especially slower, to be honest. Just that the chance of a mistake was definitely increasing as the tires went.
Exactly. So I figured, well, if I'm going to do a second pit stop, I might as well do it around the...
I am in the top 5!
With the 15 minutes or so to go, so at least you get use of it. Like, if
Yeah,
you leave it
absolutely,
too late, you're going to get no use out of fresh tyres and fresh gas and all the rest of it.
My philosophy is once the tires drop below 50% on the fronts, the front left specifically, I was going to make the pit stop. That was my call. At that point, I thought that we would get probably optimal tire wear from that point onward.
Seemed to work.
Sounds like some dumb nerd shit.
Mike stopped
I'm
up
going
in
to pit
fifth.
stop.
Again, I must emphasize I'm in fifth place.
1-5 to the mean machine.
Admittedly, that position is temporary. Jeff Roulette is in the pit lane. That is who I'm racing against at this point. Mike Nagas, Jeff Roulette, 5th and 8th place at the moment. The goal is for Mike Nagas to get into the pit lane and get out as close to Jeff Roulette as possible. Mike Stopmill getting a rare show on the camera as he continues to lead by 50 seconds over Sean Kenny.
Yeah, this is a Stopmill thing.
Just disappearing into the ether. Everyone else is kind of close, actually, but he's just absolutely dominant. And I believe this is me coming to the pit lane, actually. Made a little bit of a mistake there, slowed down a bit too early, and that will probably cost me probably in the neighborhood of a couple tenths to maybe even a full second in my battle with Roulette as I come in for my final 30 liters that will take me to the end. Unfortunately, a little bit overfueled. I wanted to take about 4 liters off what I was taking in, but unfortunately, I don't think I have the buttons to edit my pit stop currently mapped, which was a bit of a problem. John Barker will overtake me in the pit lane as he moves into 6th place, and also coming through is the aforementioned Jeff Roulette to take over 7th position. I like how Andy's talking about how he was going into the pits early, and he's the last of the 2 stoppers to pit.
What a weirdo. I vote we have him kicked off of Treasure Island or whatever game show we're on right now.
I don't know, are we going with like a challenge theme or a Survivor theme or a Big Brother theme on that one?
I'm gonna go with Mad Max.
Ooh, Mad Max. I would be down with a reality TV show about Mad Max. I have to interrupt you, but someone is stuck on one of the curbs there, which is interesting. It's one of the Zeifel cars. Going with that is the pronunciation.
Too many pixels. Pixels too dense, cannot drive.
Pixels too dense, cannot drive. So Josiah Jerome by Jeff Roulette's pit stop has been freed up to try to chase down Eric Friesen. Now the question here is, of course, with the guys who are running the one-stop strategy, do they have the gas to make it to the end? Is anyone going to run out of gas? Is anyone going to have to make that emergency pit stop? How much lifting and coasting do they have to do? How much pace are they going to lose? Whereas guys like myself, Jeff Roulette, Andy Blade, who did the 2-stop strategy, we're free up. We don't have to fuel save. We don't have to do anything. We know we have enough gas to make it to the end, and there's a tremendous advantage to that. Although I do believe that the one-stop strategy in the end was optimal, as shown by Mike Stockmill's 56.5 second lead.
I think we need a 17-stop strategy.
I don't think I've ever seen a 17 pit stop strategy. I've seen like 8.
One every 2.5 laps.
I've seen like 8 pit stops, I think was the most race before they just gave up. And unless we're talking like 24-hour races, you can get a lot of pit stops in 24-hour races. And as you saw at Bathurst with the constant use of gaffer tape to try to repair every body part of the car.
Correct. Because they are real cheese people.
They are real cheese people, but only at Road American. Josiah Jerome going through, I believe that was Cops there that he was heading through, and he's heading towards the Maggots and Beckett's area. This is an incredibly difficult and exciting turn combination right here, the Maggots and Beckett's area. Really fast, very minimal brake, you're sliding all around, and when you get it right, it feels really, really good. By the way, Andy Blade has been in for his pit stop. It has come out behind Mike Magus. I am in front of you, Andy. How does it feel? Although I believe that this is actually Mike Stopmill we're looking at.
It feels as though that's the usual thing that happens because Andy Blade is always in 13th place.
Well, he's not 13th today. He's in 8th.
That's because he hasn't screwed up that bad yet.
You got a point there. You got a point there. Are you predicting that he will?
Yes.
I like that confidence. Eric Friesen still holding on to the last spot on the podium. He's being hunted by Josiah Jerome. He's got the gap down to about a second and a half. 1.2 actually there. Got pretty close. But not really in striking distance yet. They're also working their way through some traffic. Not sure what car ahead of them that is. Other than it is either... actually, it's probably Justin Kratz. I can probably say that with reasonable authority. Jean-Simon Chenard, I believe, is out of the race at this point, along with Wesley Stokes, Travis Wallace, and Martin Edmonds, along with James Butler. He lost at some point. So I do believe that is Justin Kratz being lapped.
Is there any truth to the rumor that Travis Wallace has suplexed multiple homeless people?
I don't know about truth to the rumor. I thought that was just an established fact.
Well, I mean, that would indeed be truth to a rumor. So.
Then yes, there is. I believe there was a day in court, and I believe he was ordered
I
to pay
thought
a
you were
$500
supposed to be the
fine.
pedantic one.
I am. I'm trying to be less pedantic. I'm told it would be probably healthy for me.
Yeah. Also, you'd understand more humor.
I understand the humor. I just get pedantic about it anyways.
Well, don't do that.
I might continue to do that just to you.
That's fair. I will plot around it and also keep continuing to do the that's the joke.
Josiah Jerome is getting really close to Eric Friesen here. Gap is down to less than 1 second. So to go back to the whole thing about whether Jeff Roulette should have let Josiah through, I think we have our answer. I think that should have actually probably been the call a couple of laps before it happened.
Let's see.
Voice.
Because Josiah is all over the back of Eric Friesen at this point. Andy, what was your pit wall at this point telling Eric in terms of retaining third place against this absolute tropical storm that's eating into his lead?
Do not let him pass. Put him in the wall. Do whatever it takes.
In fact, this is getting interesting because that's Sean Kenny up ahead of them. Second place car has fallen back into their clutches. So Sean Kenny, a little bit of a problem, maybe having some fuel saving issues.
Could be, yeah.
And he's got a lot of pressure coming now. You know, this also opens up the idea that Team Puma could play a little bit of team games here as well, because of course, I mean, Sean Kenny could try to back Eric Friesen further back into Josiah Jerome, make that happen, but that might be a little bit more of a complicated matter.
That's what I would do.
It's what I would absolutely do.
Go, Josiah's gone.
Josiah's got the position there, and it is Puma 2 and 3 with the dropping off the podium of Eric Friesen. A bit of a blow here for Team Replay Racing.
It looked like Eric spun there. Too.
It does look like Eric spun and is recovering off the track, so Eric with some problems. Now, at this point,
At this
point, if Sean Kenny is having fuel saving issues, I would probably let Josiah Jerome pass because, I mean, well, I guess there's not really a lot to race for. You're at this point 1 minute and 8 seconds behind Mike Stockmill, and you're not making that back in 9.5 minutes. But
it really depends on what kind of team game they're playing, though. I don't know how they work as a team, but every team that I've worked on, we've always let the faster guy through.
Well, the thing is that you could debate who the faster guy is. Like, Sean Kenny is probably the faster guy, but he's possibly saving fuel. Mind you, that's just a theory, although it looks like he is letting him through. So there we go.
He's usually he's more consistent, sure, normally.
Yeah, but if he's saving fuel, he's not going to be able. He wouldn't be able to keep Josiah behind him if he wanted to.
No, and he should say, go, you know, just let him go.
And it appears that was the call because that was bringing out the red carpet to let Josiah through there into what is that turn called? Village, I do believe, is the corner name there.
It's called left.
Left.
It was right. It was a right-hander, so no.
Oh, right, left,
left,
right. I missed it again. Jeez. Went right over my head.
Eric Friesen back down to 4th place. John Barker into the top 5, so he's kind of come out of nowhere, to be honest, to be a top 5 car here. Then it is Jeff Roulette Michael Magus, Andy Blade, Jesse Hampton, who is, I believe, the highest-ranking car that will not score points for their team here today.
Jesse was catching me like a motherfucker.
He's got it down to 3.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's got it down to about 3.7.
He gets it down to like 0.3. Jesus, he was catching me like crazy.
Rounding off the top 10, it is Javi P. Looks like we might have lost John Peach at some point, so he may have been the car that was beached on the curb that we saw earlier on, as he is now 2 laps down to Justin Kratz, so that suggests that he has perhaps had an incident. So Sean Kenny is keeping with Josiah, so also I'm just going to throw this out here because I gave Vinnie Roberts, of course, a lot of shit for this in the F4 event. If you're having fuel consumption issues and you're not sure if you can make it to the end of the race, getting a teammate in front of you who can provide draft and therefore fuel efficiency would be a very good idea.
And entertaining when you put them in the wall.
I mean, that would be incredibly cruel, and to be like, yeah, go past me. I need your draft. I need your draft to make it to the end of the race on fuel. And then put him in the wall last turn. Yeah.
How rude.
Devious, Byron. Something Michael Schumacher would absolutely do.
Hell yeah. And now he's in the coat.
Way out in front again.
Mike, stop building another area code at this point. Fuck. Minute 14.
That's the largest lead I've seen him have ever before.
I think so. Well, his main competition, I think, fell out of this race, like with Travis and Martin Edmonds out of the race.
I agree.
And no Mike Davies here, and Sean Kenny having some issues with fuel, and Eric Friesen having some issues with, coming in really, really late.
Being my teammate.
Being Andy's teammate.
Yeah, that would be enough. Oh,
it's come down with a serious case of being Andy's teammate.
Nobody wants to be my teammate. See that? They'll fucking disappear.
And Mike Stockmill cutting through the back markers. Not sure who that was that he just put a lap on.
That was Sean Kenny. He just lost second place.
I don't think he's up to second place, no. Let's see if I can do the math here. 119, 24, 20. That was probably Jeff Roulette that he put the lap on there.
Roulette.
Eric Friesen, 4th place. Team Good Replay Racing. Pardon me.
Go, Eric. Go.
Fastest lap of a pretty solid 53.2.
Yeah, he did an awesome job. Kind of. Should have won, really.
He's up in 4th place. He should have won. Should have won my ass. There's only one driver who could say that today, and that's the guy who's a minute 16 ahead of everybody.
I'm
pretty sure Jean Simon could have had it if he was a hell of a lot faster and hadn't crashed.
I mean, how much faster are we talking here? Speed of light.
At least 1 minute and 20 seconds faster.
Jesse Hampton has cut the gap down to under 3 seconds to Andy Blade. He is coming for the Blade.
Choo-choo!
He is coming to represent Breitling Racing.
Coyote Hampton.
Indeed, happy to have Jesse on my team this season. He does magical things with fuel, which is hell of a resource to have.
Deadly with the open wheels. I don't know why it suits him so much.
Fantastic in the open wheels. It's great. Well, I mean, it's all about your driving style that suits the car. I mean, it's really is kind of a different game than, say, a GT or a touring car.
I'm a touring car. Don't smash it.
You enjoy the physicality?
Dang right. But these, I don't know, I just kind of get...
To be honest, I generally think of myself as more of a GT driver than an open wheeler, but that 7th place is maybe putting a lie to that statement.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no catch.
There we are as Mike Stockmill laps. I believe that was Justin Kratz.
Actually, I think that was Josiah.
That was not Josiah. It's completely the wrong car.
Wrong bloody call out. Yeah, you're not
Mike
paying
Stockmill
attention.
laps himself.
Can you imagine? Is that doable? I think it's doable.
I believe I believe it might break the laws of physics, but if anyone can do it, it's Mike Stoffman.
Mike Stoffman lapped himself for the 14th time in a single race.
I believe the Earth was destroyed.
Interesting, if true.
To be honest, I messed up my fuel calculations in this race for one simple reason. I didn't account for the fact that Mike Stoffman was going to lap me. I don't know why I didn't account for that, because it was always going to happen.
I always count on that. One extra lap.
So I had an extra, like, 3 liters of gas that I just didn't need.
You drank how much?
3 liters of gasoline.
Nice.
I am literally
like
on fire
Slivovitz?
on the inside. It is very low-grade Slivovitz, actually.
Low-grade Slivovitz.
Very low-grade Slivovitz. Jesse Hampton's got it down to less than 2 seconds. Andy, are you feeling the pressure right now?
No, not at all. Not concerned one bit.
Not concerned. Not concerned that you're losing about a second a lap.
Maybe a little.
That the guy behind you has a fastest lap of 52.5, which is almost as fast as the guy who's in 3rd place.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him coming and I had no idea how to stop him.
He is coming on hard right now. Commentary, the Byron.
Your boy! Up in this bitch. Where the fuck did that come from? I don't even give a fuck.
Martin Edmonds with a little shout out to Byron.
I demand to be referred to as Los Byron.
Los
for
Byron.
the exotic flavor.
Indeed. Los Byron Guerrero?
No.
I think
Oh, come on, you gotta lie, cheat, and steal, man.
No, but I need the accent over the end.
Fair
Look
enough.
at Jesse
Los Byron.
Oh my
He
God.
is all over you, Andy. He is 0.8 of a second behind you now.
He's like
I'm like
on a polar bear
the
in a
Iceman
snowstorm.
though. I'm like the Iceman, just no pressure. It's like, yeah.
You mean you're Kimi Räikkönen giving over the telling the reporters.
He's drunk.
Kimmy, how did you go faster today? I took a shit.
Oh, really? I said it twice. Yeah, no.
Kimi Räikkönen, when you retire from F1, I will be significantly more bored with the race radio. Although, the German Grand Prix had some great radio edits, which, Byron, you may actually want to check out. It was fucking great. The racing was fantastic, but...
it was certainly fun to watch Jesse catch me.
Well, he's not really catching you anymore. I think he's hit the turbulence at this point and is kind of stuck a little bit. That's the downside of the open wheelers, of course, with the heavy aerodynamics. They give off a lot of turbulence behind them, and it does make it a little bit difficult to actually follow very close behind a car. And,
it was fun, though.
Seems like he's hit that 8 to 7/10 of a second, and he's his progress has markedly slowed.
Yeah, certain corners I seem to have to just pull away from him a little bit. And then certain corners, he'd pull it back.
Well, probably has to do with the difference of downforce that you guys are running. Of course, with you running the
Sure enough,
setup.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I had no idea what I was doing with this car.
We are riding with, that is, Josiah Jerome must have had a moment because he slipped back to 4th place while we weren't looking. We can only hope that wasn't his monitor falling off the laptop again.
Well, I mean, it's still a hell of a race for a guy who has one earlobe and a prayer.
Oh, Eric Friesen in the pit lane for a second pit stop. Is it for damage or is it for gas?
It was something about a drive-through penalty. He got a drive-through at the end.
No, but he was definitely taking service there.
Oh, true.
But the race is over, though.
It's over for Mike Stoppmill. It may not be over for him. Oh, there it is, speeding in the pit lane penalty for Eric Friesen.
Well,
he took a splash and dash and got a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
What a losser.
Well, that's probably going to cost him 4th place. I think John Barker's going to get him because he's going to get a penalty time added on to his race, I would imagine.
Spoiler. He does take 4.
There you go. I would say even Jeff Roulette's a little bit too far behind. And in the pit lane for some reason.
Never mind Jeff Blackjack.
Jeff Blackjack. We need a guy named Jeff Blackjack to join ESR pronto.
Jeff Krabs Roulette.
Jeff Krabs. Mike Stoppmill your race winner by a minute
As of
18.
1 hour ago.
Boy, that guy sucks.
I hear that he has to have a whole trailer full of ponies right behind his car.
He
as
should.
ballast.
He should have.
So we're just waiting on the results to be displayed here, but it
Next
looks...
race will be full of ballast, so that'll be fun.
Mike, I have some news for you, Mike.
What's good news?
I have been told since your performance was so good in this particular race, you have been promoted to Division 2.
It's been talked about. It's been brandied about.
I'm deliberately lying to you, but I mean, I just thought I'd tease you a little bit.
It's been talked about as I did lap every other Division 3 driver in this race.
Yeah,
You have now been promoted to
time.
Division 0.
But I never got to win Division 3. Never actually got to win.
But, I mean, you did do extremely well in this match with the fastest lap and also the least amount of letters in your last name.
No. Andy has less.
But that's the joke.
If you gotta explain,
You know what? I'm not far from having the shortest last name. In all seriousness,
I know. It's either you or Kratz. Or Blade.
it's Blade and Kratz, and yeah, I'm after that. Anyways,
Andrew
Mike Stopmill,
Blade.
your winner from Sean Kenny, Josiah Jerome, Eric Friesen in fourth, but we assume he will be picking up a penalty for not serving his drive-through.
Penalized.
Which would promote John Barker to that position, who is fifth.
5 minutes in the box.
So yeah, we'll have the standings posted for that possibly really soon. We just got to work out the penalties.
Everything got fourth.
It was a good race, good opening, and people on the Zeifel and the replay racing teams. Come on, guys. I know you hate your captains, but you got to show up.
Pick your shit up.
They only hate Andy.
Shut up.
Well, Andy is one of those captains.